Dexter Southfield Middle School Grammar. Today we are talking about verbs. A verb is a word used to express action or state of being. So see if you can understand the difference between these two terms. Reggie completed the art project. Completed the art project. And then the art project is. However, they're very different types of verbs. The verb completed expresses the action Reggie performed, and the verb is does not express an action, but it tells you something about the art project's state of being. The art project is a painting. Main verbs and helping verbs. The main verb is the word that expresses the action or state of being in a sentence, and a helping verb helps the main verb express the action or state of being. Take a look at these sentences. In the first one, Clara likes ice cream. Likes is the only verb and it is the main verb. In the next one, Clara does like ice cream. Does is acting as a helping verb. Helping verbs can come in a few different forms. So if you take a look at the next few sentences, Claire might like ice cream, and Claire should have liked the ice cream that I made her, but she didn't. You'll notice that there are different types of helping verbs. Might like ice cream, should have liked ice cream. Be careful when you get to this fifth one. Clara does not like ice cream. Does is still your helping verb. Like is still your main verb. Not is not a verb. In this case, not is an adverb, which we're going to learn more about in a little bit. It's written like this. Clara doesn't like ice cream. The part of the word doesn't, that's D-O-E-S, is your helping verb. Like is still your main verb, and believe it or not, the nt part of the word doesn't is also an adverb. Make sure you've copied down these sentences and labeled them. One more thing. When you put helping verbs and a main verb together like we did in this one, we often refer to these as a verb phrase. And all a verb phrase is a group of verbs, including the main verb and the helping verb. Action verbs and linking verbs. Action verbs express physical or mental action. Linking verbs connect or link the subject to a word or word group that identifies or describes the subject. So that's a very wordy definition, but you'll understand it better if you see it in a sentence. Take this first one. Brock tackled the quarterback. In this case, tackled is clearly an action verb. It sounds very action-y too, doesn't it? In the next sentence, Brock is the quarterback. Well, the word is the linking verb. It's linking the word Brock to the word quarterback. Linking verbs act as an equal sign. Eventually, you'll realize that this word here is called the predicate nominative. It's a noun that helps describe what the subject is with the help of the linking verb. Look closely at the next two sentences. Brock smells the flowers, and then Brock smells bad. In both cases, the verb smells is being used. The question is smells an action verb or a linking verb? In the first one, Brock smells the flowers. Brock is performing an action. He's smelling the flowers. In the second one, we're learning about Brock. So therefore, smells is acting as a linking verb. Brock smells bad. Brock equals bad. In this case, we'll eventually learn more about this. The word bad is an adjective, and we call that the predicate adjective. It's telling us something about the subject with the help of a linking verb. In this case, the linking verb is the word smells. Intransitive verbs. A transitive verb is a verb that expresses an action directed towards a person, place, thing, or idea. Transitive verbs have direct objects. Intransitive verbs express action without the action passing to a direct object. So take a look at these two sentences. The speaker began her speech, and then the speaker began on time. In both of these sentences, we have the verb began. But in one of these sentences, began is an intransitive verb, and the other is transitive. The first one, the speaker began her speech. Began is a transitive verb. Speech is the direct object. It is receiving the action of the verb. The speaker began what? The speaker began speech. In the second one, the speaker began on time. The speaker began what? Well, there is no what. It's just on time. And eventually you'll learn that this is a prepositional phrase, on time, and there is no direct object there. Take a minute to copy down this chart of commonly used linking verbs. And when you're done, copy down this chart of commonly used helping verbs. For reflection, which verbs get used more often in your writing? Action verbs or linking verbs? You may explain your answer if you would like to, but you don't have to.